this is Adri, and we're here in Santa Clarita Valley to meet up with Jamie Nudie, who is Nudie Cohn's granddaughter, and she's carrying on his legacy. Let's go find out what this is about. Hey, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Good, I'm Adri.
Nice to meet you, Jamie. Please come in. My grandfather was Nudie, went by one name only. He immigrated here from Kiev, Russia at age 11. He settled in New York. He first started making G-strings for all the showgirls and just had a flair for it. And he traveled to Mankato, Minnesota, where he met my grandmother. They fell in love and finally settled in Hollywood. He loved old Western film, and he'd sit there and he thought, gosh, they sort of were missing something on stage. And he came up with the idea of putting rhinestones on clothing. He first approached Lefty Frizzell, and he said, Lefty, if you've got the guts to wear it, shirt of mine, I'll make it for you, free of charge. If it takes off, you'll start to pay me. Lefty got up on stage, and it was a hit. They got a storefront on Victory and Vineland in the early 60s, and approached Roy and Dale when Roy was working for Republic Studios. And Roy had said to him, I've heard about you around town, and sure, I'll let you do some work for me, but I want the kid in the nosebleed section to be able to see me.
The king of the Cowboys, Roy Rogers.
So my grandfather made shirts for Roy with fringe, and on every piece of fringe was a rhinestone. And when Roy got up on stage, that kid in the nosebleed section saw Roy. The lights hit the fringe, and the fringe danced, and it would sway back and forth. From there, it just sort of took off. Everybody had heard of Nudie and wanted to come in to his business and have him make suits for him. This is a vintage that was done for a rodeo queen, and you can see who's got a waist that small.
Where did he get all the rhinestones?
The rhinestones were actually shipped in from New York.
Really?
Yeah. This was done for an Elvis impersonator.
This is like a replica?
It's a replica, yes.
This is so crazy.
Of the Golden May.
Where's the original?
The original is in Graceland.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. Colonel gave it to the museum, and that's where the original's at. Here's a photograph. This was probably in the early 50s, probably 57. Here's Colonel here.
Yeah.
And Elvis and Nudie. Nudie and Colonel Parker were great friends. Colonel Parker had been manager for other artists, and Colonel had come to Nudie and said, I'm taking on this new act. He said, and I want you to make something for him that's out of this world, spectacular. 1957, the Golden May suit for Elvis was born. And as a matter of fact, my mother was a young girl, and Colonel and Nudie got together and surprised my mother on her 18th birthday, having Elvis sing. They went on a date. The Golden May suit was a huge hit. Here is Nudie on the cover of Rolling Stones in 1969, the same year that John and Yoko are in bed again. I mean, who makes the cover of Rolling Stones? Here he's an immigrant from Kiev, Russia. And he makes the cover of Rolling Stones in '69. That's crazy.
He looks so badass.
Yeah. Not only did Nudie make a lot of the clothes, but through the 50 years of business, he made 18 cars. He thought he needed a calling card.
Oh my God. I mean, it's like in perfect condition.
It's in perfect condition. It has under 30,000 miles on it.
I have 4 guns right here. Just here I have 4 guns. And you take this out?
Yeah. He started with the 1950 Hudson and went on to Pontiac Bonnevilles. And not too many people had white cars back in those days. And so he was kind of like the first to set the mark and have a white car, but then put steer horns and guns and silver dollars on it. And some cars had embroidered seats. We call them the horny cars. In the 70s and in the 80s, you know, all the rock groups started wearing them. It wasn't just Western film. It was Chicago, America, ZZ Top, Bootsy Collins, Teddy Pendergrass, you know, a lot of rock groups and stuff that he had done for. It was something that was unique, one of a kind, eccentric, very out of this world. For example, in the 70s, the Flying Burrito Brothers, Graham Parsons, him and Nudie were more like father-son, and he looked up to my grandfather as a father figure. Here's the Flying Burrito Brothers. There's Graham Parsons with the famous pill marijuana suit. Here's a replica of Graham Parsons.
Oh my God, the pills.
And we can see the back.
Oh, I love that.
All right.
Do you ever wear this?
I do.
Does it look cool?
Now you have officially been nudified.
I've been nudified. Oh my God. So great. This one's like the best. You think you're gonna bring it back? Like you're gonna just...
Oh, I know I will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I really want one.
Well, you can get a Nudie t-shirt. I want to be able to educate our younger generation to know that you can be anybody and you can do anything if you set your mind to it. If you have the drive and you have the ambition, you can do that. And that's what I feel as though I'm here for, to further educate the younger generation, to let them know that you can do something like this and have an idea, you know, and let it sparkle. Put a rhinestone on it.